Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. That was the best moment for this series. Clara is giving Jonathan 24 hours to vacate the house, as well as Jonathan is giving 24 hours Clara to vacate the house. Who is going to leave the house? Is it the person who paid the rent, or is the person who they help to pay the rent? Is it the husband or the wife? Tell me, what do you think? If it was you in this situation, what would you do? Would you let your husband to go, or you would back and go? Tell me, what do you think about this this question? Anyway, as we go very further. Hanks is busy watching the videos, the photos of Clara, how she is making out. We don't know whether they are all the old videos where when they are still in love with each other, but as we see, it's like the movie, it's like the videos, they make him to calm down, which means that Hanks still has that feelings for Clara, which cannot die. And here, this is the same time his mother finds him looking on the videos, watching the photos, and the mother is like, are you still in love with this lady? Are you still chasing? You are still deep in this lady? And Hanks is like, yes, mom. And the mother is like, how long are you going to stay with this situation? And Hanks is like, forever, mama, forever. My dear, if a man says it's forever, I'll stick to this woman. My dear, just go outside there, or just go to church and praise God for that, because it means this man is too deep into you, which is like he cannot be without you. To my thinking, and if you see Hanks, they told the mothers asked and say, do you think that this is giving a good time in her marriage and to her husband? Hanks is like, mom, I don't care. I don't want to destroy her marriage. I did not come into her life to see that her marriage is spoiled. But the thing is, I want to help this lady to see that she is happy, she is stable in her marriage, to make her strong, to push her to the reality that she has to stay strong and fight for herself, and see that she gets out of the situation where she is in. And the mother is like, do you think that her husband is taking it good? And the lady is like, no. The Hanks is like, no, mama, it can't. I don't think it's, no, mama, I don't want to destroy her marriage here. And the mother is like, let me look for a woman, let me look for you a wife whom you can marry, so that you can get out of, or you can get out Clara out of your head. Hanks is like, my dear mama, I don't want a wife, I want her. If it's her, I want her. I don't want to bring a woman in my house when I don't love her. It's rather, a woman deserves to be loved, deserves to be cared, deserves to be adored. And trust me, this is the same thing every woman needs. And the mother is like, no, then you have to take time and stay away from her life. You need to know that even now you might be damaging her marriage. She said, no, mama, I don't want to leave. I will leave, as I said, I will leave when I see that she is happy, she is stable, she can take care of herself, she is ready to be herself, then I will leave. I trust you. And the mothers asked, what if it doesn't happen? And she said, then I don't know where, but I will stay. I will stay until that happens. And I'm sure you are asking yourself, like me, is it true that this Hanks does not have feelings for Clara? Yeah? Is it true that Hanks is doing everything to see that Clara is happy? Oh, Hanks is doing these things to see that Clara can see more reason that she has to get back to her. So much questions, but we don't know all the answers, but we will see the answers in the next episode, as I said. But this time around, around. Hanks is saying that he will not leave until he sees that Clara is he's getting everything what he wants. My dear sister, true. Hanks what he's saying, because Hanks said that Clara is the same person who helped me to go abroad and do what and get what everything I got. If situation did not bounce out, maybe I would have got married. She is the woman I loved. She is the woman with a good heart. She is a woman with a good gold heart. I don't think she deserves to suffer. Here you see that the Hanks still have feelings for Clara. We understand, because you cannot be having feelings. You cannot be not having feelings for someone, and you speak all this to her, and you say that you will stay and fight for your relationship, or you fight for her. Yeah, you can fight for her in terms of appreciation. You can fight for her in terms of saying that you need to see her happy. But most cases, this happens that you have feelings. But because Hanks has nothing to do, so he's trying so much to see that Clara at least have the best of the best they had dreamed of within her and him. He's like and remembering. It's like remembering what Clara did for her, and see that that Hanks was happy, funded her journey to where she went and made money. So Hanks is like, I need to see that this woman finds the happiness she wanted from me, the happiness we were dreaming of between me and her. Maybe I should give it to him by helping him or giving him a helping hand to see that she gets stabilized in her marriage. But do you think that he will be able to stay to help Clara? Yeah, I would say yes, she will help Clara. He will help Clara if Clara is ready to face any challenge which she might get from Jonathan, to see that she fulfills her dream. And every woman, trust me, needs a man like Hanks who can understand that a woman needs to be loved, a woman needs to be taken care of, a woman needs to be respected, needs to be adored, needs to be known as part of her, part of him, Not dislike of Jonathan, who said that a woman does not know anything. What do you know about business? What do you know about work problems? My dear, we need men who hyper us. A man who will say, my dear wife, you can do it. Trust me, you can make it. Even if everything is round, you can make it. I'll help you. I'll do this. I'll fight for you. I'll be there for you to see that you fulfill your promise, your dreams. These are the men like Hanks will want. But to some extent, Hanks is like, he's like targeting, so that in any way that Jonathan sleeps around or dozes around over Clara, he will grab him by his two hands. Trust me. Because if a man, you fail to understand that your wife is fighting for life, or fighting for you, or fighting for the family, and you just nag around, at the end of the day, the wife will get tired of everything. So guys, I send greetings to you all, wherever you are watching from. Ghana, Uganda, Nigeria, Tanzania, everywhere, Zambia, Gambia, Zimbabwe, wherever you are watching my channel, African Movie Reviews. We're at the movie called, the series is called the Most Scary Marriage Ever. And we are at the episode 9 of Most Scary Marriage Ever. So, and at the end of the day, I conclude by saying Hanks is still in love with Clara, but Clara still has respect for her husband. For her, she thinks that Hanks is just helping. Yes, Hanks might be still just helping, but to me, I see that there's something more to helping. She feels that she could, if it was him, maybe he would have done everything for her. There we go to Mr. Jonathan with his pride and ego entering by force with disrespect in Mr. Hanks's office. Just imagine you come to someone's office with such disrespecting. Even if you know something, anything, you you respect someone who at first, especially the secretary. Ask for someone, let that person tell you that, let me to inquire if you are accepted in the office, but not just badging someone's office. Yes, you have your own reasons why you badge in the office, but have you asked yourself that is it right for me? Just imagine some people, they disrespect themselves by themselves. I don't know whether you understand the statement. They disrespect themselves by themselves. And this is what Jonathan did. Disrespecting himself by entering the offices and then realized that he has done a mistake. He would have waited for maybe for the secretary to inquire the boss, but no. And at the end of the day, he had to first ask for a seat. And Mr. Hanks was, you already entered in. You already, in fact, you badged it in. I did not allow you to enter in. You can have a seat. That then his ego is like, I don't want to sit. You see that you are the one who has a problem, but still you don't want to understand your problem, or either to find the solution of your problem. Can you imagine? Some men, they can die with their pride. You are a man, you are speaking to your fellow man who even happens to have helped your wife to find something to do to help your family, but still you have the ego of putting your shoulders high, pretending that you can sustain everything, but yet they know everything which is even inside your home. My dear, I like the Hanks's reasoning and advice to Mr. Jonathan that please take care of your wife. Your wife is very, very very a good person, and if you sleep like this or you just doze around, you will not that sign means what? If someone keeps silent and say, if you miss that just this, you will lose your wife. And I'll grab the woman with all my hands. And the way he told him that my dear, your wife still respects you. You don't deserve the respect this woman is giving you because of your behaviors, because of your your ways of taking yourself and you're putting your wings high. You don't deserve this woman. But anyway, your woman still loves you and respects you. You should get this woman with her good heart and find a way of helping or making her feel happy or feel good. And said that it's a woman who helped me to go abroad, and trust me, if I did not find her when she's married, I would just grab her with all her hands. And he said, like, if at least I had a chance, I would do it. When Mr. Jonathan said, do you have anything with my wife? They say a word for a wise is always enough. One word for a wise is enough for a wise person to understand. If Jonathan can understand, he will understand from the statements of Hanks. Hanks would have taken his wife and he would have taken advantage of his wife. But no, Hanks, despite that he loves Clara, still he is respecting Clara's decision and respecting Clara's marriage, that she is married. I have a limit on how to handle the issue until when Clara decides to leave the marriage. Maybe Hanks will grab her by all with her two hands. So Jonathan is really rather either for you to stay with Clara or to go run around with your bragging and ego and pride, putting your shoulders high because you are a man who is not man enough to understand that women of these days they deserve to be respected. They deserve to have, at least to know what is going on in the life of a man. Hanks's advice to Jonathan, I just wish Jonathan takes it. But because of Jonathan, I know Jonathan with his fake friends who always advise him to put his shoulders high, I don't think he will understand the statement or take the advice as advised by Hanks, since he knows that maybe Hanks is saying all this because he loves my wife, because he's the one who's helping me. Ego, my dear, the pride does not take you anywhere. Your pride will not make any money in your life. The pride will not lead you to the best, but rather destroy you. Second, you should take someone's advice. Not everyone can advise you. No. I don't think that if Hanks wanted enough more from Clara, she would have done it before, even when Clara asked for more help. Yeah, it would have happened. And Clara would have not taken the money. But because Hanks's reasoning is higher than Jonathan, who thinks that a woman cannot run any business, a woman does not have any knowledge of business, these are the men who tend to rule or to make their women as properties, since they are the ones taking care of them. You become an asset in your husband's home because of him thinking that without him you cannot go on, and you don't have any idea of developing him. That's brain of 1990. Guy, I love you. Go and watch the movie. It's called Most Scary Man.